When God has anointed you for something, you will be seen no matter what God has anointed your life for you to do. If God has anointed of your life and you're meant to do something big, God will make sure you will be seen. It's like a red cardinal or a butterfly. When the colors are so bright and it looks so beautiful, it's hard not to look at you. It's hard not to admire you. You know what I mean? And some of y'all got such bright auras that some people can see and you can't see because it's your aura, but you already notice you go out, people look at you, or you the center of attention in most places because you're chosen. And when you're chosen for something, it's because you answer the call and God has gave you a purpose to do something big. And everybody got something they're supposed to be doing, but it's all about have you stepped into it. Have you talked to God and asked what you were good at, what you're supposed to be putting out? You know what I mean? God has given you something, and there's a reason why that people tell you that you're good at something or that you're seen for something about yourself. You say, what is it? Why do people do this or say this toward me? Why do I get treated like this? You know what I mean? It's all about who you are with your aura, because you have a magnetic field around you. And if you break it down, magnet, you attract what you are, who you are, your aura. You know, some of y'all have such bright auras. Why you may catch niggas looking at you, catch women looking at you, whatever it is. They can't only just be that you're attractive, but your energy. You know, your energy, people can feel it because we all are energetic beings in the human body. You know what I mean? You feel other people's energies, and sometimes you just like feel drawn to look at somebody. You ever just felt drawn to look at somebody? You try to look away, but there's something about them that you just want to like examine. It's simply because you're anointed. The more you step into who you are as a person, what you're here to do, the more you'll see things around you ushering to work out in your favor, or the universe or God will show you through people or situations how powerful you are or who you really are as a person. And sometimes it's hard to see your potential because it's like a butterfly. The butterfly's colors are on the back of its wings, so it can't see how beautiful it truly is. Like, it may see people looking at it and admiring it, but it doesn't really know why. You know what I mean? And if you're a person where you feel like your aura affects people around you, or like when you go places, you feel like there's sometimes people just stare at you, or you attract good opportunities, or people sometimes just can see what you can't see within yourselves because God has put something within you that you need to let out. And maybe you don't have the right people around you to show you who you are, because sometimes it'll be the close people to you that can see your potential but will not let you see it, will not try not to let you see it because they know what you're capable of doing. And sometimes the devil will literally keep you stuck in the past, stuck on a past person or a past thing, because the devil sees something in the future that you can't. You know what I mean? If the devil can see something in the future that's gonna potentially benefit you, or if the devil sees something that's good in your future, he will keep you stuck in the past so you can't see what's ahead of you. You know what I mean? And that's why I feel like it's important to strengthen your intuition, your discernment with yourself, learn yourself, take time out, meditate, and journal. Because I realized the other day I was going through my old journals and I'm reading about what I was saying. I'm like, bro, I didn't even know I was thinking like this, and I didn't know how to really articulate it at the time when I was writing it. But me reading it over makes sense more when I'm reading it, you know what I mean? So take more time to get inside your mind, because you know most of the shit. Like all the shit that I tell y'all, bro, y'all already know this stuff. I'm just helping you remember it, you know what I mean? And once you really start to step into your power of who you truly are and what you're meant to be, bro, the game changes, bro, because some of us get so stuck on who we think we should be or who we think we are. And you're way powerful than like what people tell you who you are, who that person at work tell you who you are, who this person say. What really matters is what your intuition is telling you. You know what I mean? That little voice in your head. You are way more powerful than you genuinely think. You stick out like a sore thumb. This is a certain feeling that you should get when you feel like, you know, there's something about you. Not that you're better than anyone, but you know you're meant to do something that's grand. Something that's supposed to change the world or just be a big impact in whatever way. You know, whenever you make music or whatever you do, you want to really just find out, how can I use this to push myself further and affect the people around me? You know what I mean? Because if you stick out like a sore thumb, obviously there's something on you on a spiritual level that like literally stays with you when you go around people, you go in public, you go anywhere. You know what I mean? It's really important to step into that. It's really important for you to keep going within yourself to figure out how you can bring that more out into life. You know what I mean? Because everybody has something about them that they can use. When you feel like you don't know who you are, you're gonna go down the wrong path of finding out who you think you are. And when you get so caught up in going down the path that's swanky and you keep putting holes in the boat ain't gonna sink. Oh, it ain't gonna flow. It's gonna sink. You know what I mean? And you know you're not going on the right path when things are just not aligning with you as a person, like how you feel when you do certain things. If you don't feel good when you do this thing, it's because it's not for you. It's not what you're supposed to be doing, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a victim of it. Sometimes I do things I'm not supposed to be doing, or I'm not doing anything that aligns with my soul. And that's why I just try to thrive more and more to listen to my feelings and my intuition. You know what I mean? But you stick out like a sore thumb is because you're a chosen one. You know what I mean? And when you're chosen, it doesn't mean you're better than anybody else. It just means that you have picked up the call that God rung the phone and you picked up that motherfucking phone, bro. And I'm gonna let you know this path ain't easy. Being a chosen one ain't easy. It's gonna feel like the world is against you. You know, you might seem crazy to people. People might not understand you. They might understand the path you're going down. You know what I mean? But this is all part of the journey because it's not meant for everybody to make sense. The people that's meant for you it's gonna make sense to them. You know what I mean? So I don't care if you make music, you make weird music, or you make weird clothing brands, whatever you is, bro, whatever you do, stick to it. Because when God has something for you, it's going to take a minute for it to unfold. You know what I mean? It's going to take longer. When you do it by yourself, you can go fast. But when you do it with God and whoever is meant to be around you, like your soul tribe, it's going to be big. You know what I mean? It may take a little longer, but it's going to be bigger than if it come fast. You know what I mean? So the longer it takes for your blessing to come, the bigger they are. You know what I mean? And you got to have faith. If you constantly in this mindset of lack and worrying, bro, you don't really trust in God. You don't really got a relationship with God, because you got a relationship with God, you ain't worrying about everything else. You ain't worrying about if it's gonna go right or not, because you know that things gonna work out for you because you know you blessed. You know God got a bigger mission for you. When your purpose is bigger than you, you're not supposed to know or understand why things are happening, why shit don't go your way all the time. It's because you're being divinely protected at all times, okay? You ever notice that, like, when you're late somewhere, you're rushing, you just can't find something, like, bro, this shit was just right in front of my face, I can't find it. It's because you're being protected, you know what I mean? You might have just been protected from getting into a car crash or something bad happening right before that happened, you know what I mean? And you're always being protected, but we can't see it, you know what I mean? And I noticed that the esoteric beings like your angels and God and universe, they don't use human constructs to communicate with us, because if they were to show themselves to us, we would freak the fuck out. You feel me? So God uses people, signs, synchronicities to let you know that you're being guided and that you're trying to show you the way. You know what I mean? So just pay attention to everything. Pay attention to how things go in your life. And if you're watching this right now and you feel like there's something about you that's different, bro, and you feel like you're meant to do greater things, bro, keep watching my channel, because I got some shit for y'all, bro. God put these messages in my spirit to tell y'all. Like, if you make music, you an artist, you make videos, you make content, you do hair, you do nails, you know, you sing, you cut, you know what I mean? You play sports, whatever it is, bro. God put you in that position so that way you can affect people in the way that you're supposed to be affecting people. Maybe if you make music, there's a certain type of music you make that's supposed to affect people in a way, or they might meet you and you might change their life. Or if you do hair, you know, you cut their hair, or you do hair, you have some conversations that can help a person. You do nails, you might have some conversations that can help a person, okay? So don't ever overlook what you're doing and don't see, like, man, how could this be prosperous for me? How can I grow in this? Because God's plan is bigger than our plan. I had to realize that, because I was always thinking, like, man, this is how I feel like I should go down this path. So this is like the narrow path I'm gonna go. No, do this right now. Look around the room, look around where you at. Look for anything that's red. Look for anything that's red right now, okay? Look for anything. You can pause real quick. Look for anything that's red in the room. All right, now look back at the screen. Now tell me what's in this area that you just looked around that's yellow. Don't look around, just look at me. Is there anything, what can you think that's yellow? You see, it's hard to, like, realize, like, wait, what was yellow? You know, you can't think about it. Why? Because when our focus is on just one thing, we don't see the other opportunities and things that are around us that are supposed to guide us or show us where we're supposed to be going. You feel me? When you have focus just on one narrow path, you don't see the other opportunities, because God's path is different. His plan's different than ours. You know what I mean? We may think that we got to do this, and that, but he has us going through this, and that just to get to where we want to be. For example, I like to do inspiration. I like to speak. I like to help people. I'm thinking that maybe I just got to stay in this path. Who knows? Maybe God need me to go over here and do this. And this seems completely out of my path, what I'm supposed to be doing. But it's part of God's plan, because maybe there's somebody I have to meet that's going to get me to where I want to be. You feel me? So you can never question God's plan. You want to take the opportunities and you want to go within yourself and see what is for you, okay? Figure out what's for you, because God will put you in places that will set you up for where you need to be, okay? So it's all about perspective. It's all about what are you putting your focus on. You know, I try to open and broaden my mind, because I was reading this book. It was like the people that have such a narrow mind only have narrow results. You know what I mean? If you just focus on one thing, you don't have an open mind to, like, new religions or just try anything out. I'm not saying you got to dwell in it, but just try a new perspective and think on what somebody just told you and try to see how that works for you. If it doesn't work, let it go. Most of the time, brother, people that have the closed mind don't go anywhere. They don't grow. You know what I mean? Because their mind is closed. You need to have an open mind, because there's so much in this world. There's nothing we don't know. No, let me rephrase that. We don't know everything. We don't know anything. So you need to constantly keep learning. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, bro. I try my best to really just listen and take it in, and that's where I get these messages from. You know what I mean? I decipher what's for me and what's for you. God puts his strongest warriors through the hardest battles because he knows that them warriors can get through it, bro. You may be like, man, I ain't been through some shit in my life, bro. It may feel like nothing go my way, bro. It might be like everybody against me, or my life I have bad karma, bro. Stop thinking about it like that, bro. Stop thinking about it like that. You know what I mean? Because it ain't about the cards. It ain't about the cards you get, but how you deal them. What do you do with them cards? You feel me? Because God, when you ask God for faith or strength, God will give you a situation that requires you to have strength. If you ask for faith, he'll give you a situation that requires you to have faith. God, I want more money. I want more abundance. God will put you in a situation where that will attract more money towards you, but see how you act when you get the money. You know what I mean? And God literally has something for you. God has something for you. There's something you're meant to be. There's something that you're meant to do. It's just you have to follow the divine plan. Now, I'm not saying you got to be goody two-shoe, but follow the divine plan the best way possible that is lining up with what you're supposed to be doing. Sometimes the plan won't make sense. Sometimes the plan will look confusing. Sometimes the plan gonna look dry. But if you trust the process, things will unfold. And I'm realizing this, bro. I've been doing this for a couple years now, and I will say this has been a bumpy road. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I've been places and I've done things I didn't think was supposed to line me up where I'm supposed to be at right now. But it is. You know what I mean? It's still not making full sense to me. But it all comes together day by day the more I try to tap into myself, bro. I'm not a perfect human. I don't do everything right, you know, but I try to do it in the best way of my ability, and I'm letting y'all know the same shit because you're a powerful person. You're amazing. You're meant to do great things. If you're watching this, open your mind. You know, this is your sign to open your mind and look through the grapevine. You know, God's showing you something. Some shit just be right under your nose, right in front of your face, but you so narrow-minded on that red that you don't see that yellow. You're so narrow-minded on that red that you don't see that yellow. You know what I mean? So don't get too blinded by what's in front of you, and just open and look around, you know? The whole time, you got an opportunity. Someone hit you. Hey, bro, we should do this. Ooh, okay, for sure, I'll do it. But you're so stuck in your ways that you're like, man, I don't want to move out this because this can happen, this can happen, this can happen. Take risks. Leap out on faith. Who knows what God has going on for you in that other area? You're so focused on this red that you don't want to go to the yellow because you don't know how the yellow will work out. What if this happened? What if this happened? Okay. All right. You know what I mean? And I realize where the common traits and people that are successful, the ones that took the risks, they have the faith in their divine plan, and they all have that feeling that they special. You know what I mean? Not that they better than nobody, but they special. They was put here to do some shit that's not like what everybody else is supposed to be doing. You know, some people are stuck in the program. You know what I mean? They're stuck in lining up with what everybody else is doing. You know what I mean? If you want the same results, go get in the line where everybody else is doing. No, I don't want to be in that line. I want to be in a line that is short. Ain't nobody really in that line because it's not proven. It's not enough people. You be the first one in your family to show motherfuckers that shit is true. You be the first one in your family to show people that it's actually possible. When you actually are tapping in with yourself and you tapping in with God, bro, you have a real relationship with God, God will show you shit and show you shit that only you can understand. Sometimes you're trying to explain out your mouth, it's like you can't explain it, bro. Like I be trying to explain to some people around me that the shit I be feeling, the shit that I be seeing, like little synchronicities, bro, like, and it don't make sense. And one thing I noticed that God has done for me is, bro, he would do the synchronicity to people that are around me. And then that's their way of like, oh, damn, wait, what is this? It catches their attention. And now they're getting to realize what I be seeing. You know, like this shit ain't no coincidence. You know, it's little shit. You could be driving past a store and the light shut off on the sign. Right when you pass it, that's a sign. It's like little things, bro. You might, oh, okay, that's just corny. Or you can look at it however you want to, but it's all about perspective. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at inevitably change, you know? And you want to look at yourself in a light to where you will attract more. We sometimes subconsciously look at ourselves in a way that everybody else sees us. You know what I mean? How the way you see everybody else is how you never see yourself. If you feel like everybody's judging you, it's because you judge yourself. If you feel like everybody is higher than you, it's because you feel like you feel low of yourself. You know, so you want to change the perspective of how you see yourself. You know what I mean? When I look at people, sometimes I expect everyone to look at the universe as abundant. I look at everybody like, you know what, you have potential, you're amazing. Even if they look like a bum, it's because that's how I see myself, bro. I see myself as a star. I see myself as someone that's glowing and growing. You know what I mean? I look at myself in the highlight. You know what I mean? And it's always important not to be too cocky, but just there ain't nothing wrong being confident. Because the only people you're going to offend is the people that are insecure. You ain't gonna never, if you confident in yourself, you love who you is, bro, you ain't gonna affect nobody but somebody that's insecure. People that's confident don't really care somebody else flexing their raws because they flexing their raws too. You know what I mean? So in order to build that confidence, you need to keep them promises with yourself. When you keep them promises with yourself, you trust yourself more. When you trust yourself more, you create more action, you create more results, bro. Because when you trust yourself, you take action on those things that are not seem like they're right. You take action on things that don't have you don't know if it's gonna go right because you trust in yourself, bro. You trust in yourself, you build trust. You told yourself you're gonna do something, you did it. When you build trust with yourself, you're gonna trust yourself to do things that you don't think you're capable of doing. And that's what's important. Stop focusing on the red. Start focusing on the yellow, okay? You are a chosen one. You are meant to do great things here on this planet if you're watching this video and you watch to the end, okay? And here's that secret tip. If you watch to the end, I want you to comment right now, I am a chosen one. Comment down right now, I am a chosen one. Because I'm telling you, bro, things are going to work out for you. Things are going to start working out for you. After this video, things are going to start working out for you. Come back to the video a week from now. After you get done doing what I just implemented and what I just told you, start focusing on yourself. Start speaking highly of yourself. Start looking at yourself in the highlights. Pay attention to the signs that's going on around you. Change your perspective. Come back and comment and let me know what the fuck going on, man. I love your Alchemist gang. Keep tuning in. Go check out my podcast, Alchemist Podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, man. I love y'all. Keep growing. Keep going. Alchemist out. Gang.